This 55-gallon tank was empty 2 months ago. I needed somewhere to put all of these plants. And I've had this 55-gallon tank just sitting here. And I've been wanting to do a West African river theme. So I went and bought several bags of this fluvostratum. It's basically a soil substrate. Anything that's taking up the majority of the nutrients through the roots right out of the substrate, this is great for that. I put it all right into the tank, and I didn't even get more than an inch coverage all the way across the bottom. But I really want it to be, I want the depth of the substrate to be closer to 3 inches. Luckily, I had a 50-pound bag of black diamond blasting sand. You got to rinse this stuff out really well, which I did. I added all of that sand right into the soil, mixed it in. You can see some of it right there, I think. And I did bring the level up to about 1.5 inches. And some of the fish that I'm going to be putting in here, they're going to be diggers. And they like a sand bottom, so it'll be good for them. I do have some more of that soil, as well as some more sand, which I'll have to rinse before putting it in there. We'll get this in there before we plant any of the plants. First, I'm going to work on these rocks. And these rocks, they're limestone. They're actually the same type of stone that they have in West Africa. So I was really happy to see that I had something to put in there to really go with the theme. What I'm going to be doing is using some super glue and some cotton balls. So turn it around. The rubber band off. Oh yeah, nice. So, it's going in the tank. Like so. I think that's going to be a nice piece. I think that's how it was. Oh, like this, I think. Yeah, there we go. That looks much better. There it is. I'm happy. It's a big old stump. I think it's spider wood. I'm not sure though. But when I first put this in here, it got a big old bio bloom on it. I'll show you 2 clips of that real quick. On the second clip, look at how big the plants around it got. What that was on the wood was a colony of microorganisms, molds, funguses, bacteria, all kinds of different stuff. And it was stuff that was feeding off of nutrients that was leaching out of the wood. And that will stay there until all the nutrients is leached out. It's feeding off of it. But the interesting thing was these plants, they once that biofilm was gone and those nutrients were gone, I wasn't doing any extra fertilization, and my plants really wilted back quite a bit. I was doing water tests, and my nitrates were at 40 parts per million, even higher. I'd like them to be down near 20 for the plants, no lower though. And I went a couple weeks without testing the water, and my nitrates were at 0. So I am dosing the tank now. While the tank's draining, I went ahead and removed all of the sponge filters and the heaters, and I submerged them here in this bucket. I want to keep them wet, I want to keep all the biological life alive. I did add some golden pothos here when the nitrates were getting higher and higher and I couldn't control them. So these are going to get removed because now I'm having the opposite problem. Now I don't have enough nitrates. So check out all the shrimp in here. I actually took 30 real nice ones out already. I only put about a dozen of them in here. They really multiplied. I'm going to do my best to keep them safe while I'm doing this. It's been 3 weeks now, and I've been testing the water. It seems pretty stable. The nitrates are still a little low, and I've been dosing every 2 to 3 days with a liquid fertilizer for the water column. About a week ago, I went into a fish store and I seen that they had a nice school of Congo Tetras, which I do want in here. Went in there today to get them, but all they had were females. They had 4 females left. I grabbed them. I'm going to be putting them in the tank in a minute. And in about 4 weeks, they should have another school in there. And I'm going to get 3 males and another female. And 4 weeks should give plenty of time for me to set a tank up and try to get them to spawn. I'm going to put a pair in the tank just to see if I can get them to spawn. If not, I'll have to go back and buy more. I also picked up a pair of cichlids, and I got a tank ready for them right now. I'll take you in the fish room in a minute and show you them. See if I can get them to spawn. I want to school them in here as well. This is a 20-gallon long. As I've been sorting out my shrimp and moving them around, I've been throwing the males in here. There's some females too. There's a bunch of babies in here. They should make for a nice snack for the cichlids. I got a pair of them. Got a cave back here for them. But there is an upside down catfish in here. He hangs out right over here. Let's see. There he is. I don't want the cichlids harassing him as they're spawning. Or do I want him eating the any of the eggs or the babies? They like to feed from underneath driftwood and under leaves and stuff. They're right upside down. They're a surface feeder too, looking for like mosquito larvae, things like that. They will swim, upside right. I don't know. They'll flip over and swim the other way too, but you'll primarily see these guys swimming upside down. The water parameters and temperature are identical in these two tanks here, side by side with each other. So I'm just going to set him right in here. He should be happy in here. And there he goes. He gets to explore his new home. And right behind the big rock. That might be the last time I see him for quite a while. At least I got a little footage of him finally. There's some black tetras down here. I think there's 6 or 7 of them in here. Front and center. How nice. So these guys like to dig. They like to dig in the sand. They make caves. They eat algae. They'll eat plant material. And then, they'll eat live food too. Flakes. Just about anything you want to give them. Another week has gone by. And here we are in the nook. It's what I call this room that we're in. And there's that 55-gallon tank that we've been working on. And over in the other corner, I have set up a 29-gallon tank, which is where I'm going to be trying to breed those Congo Tetras. Let's take a look at that real quick. What I did is I put the rest of that fluval stratum that I had left over in there. That's the black substrate you're looking at. And I also had half a bag of red fluorite, or fluorite red, I think it is. It's a clay substrate. I put that in there with the dragon stones, so there was some place for all the beneficial bacteria to colonize. And I've been boosting the tank with the biological booster. And I got a little sponge filter in there and a light, but I do got to get a lid and a heater for this tank yet. And I did put all this gravel in here, and you know, just threw a few little odds and ends in here because this is going to be the grow out tank as well for these guys. So I want to make sure there was plenty of space in there, plenty of surface area for all the beneficial bacteria to colonize. Haven't really noticed any new melting on any of the plants, and I did pick up a few more. I got these ones here. I got 4 of them, put them in there. Seen them at PetSmart, went in there, I was looking them up, see what they were, and they were from Africa. So I had to grab them and put them in there, and they go with the theme. You know, this isn't a biotope by any stretch of the imagination, but the fish will all be from Africa. And I know there's some Anubis that's native to Africa as well. I don't know if these are the varieties or not, but I got these in there. I already know all the other plants, they're not. And you know, all the fish, they like a heavily planted tank. I like a heavily planted tank. I have to see what I'm going to do about the filtration in here. Right now I got 3 small sponge filters and an air stone. I don't know, I might just keep them. You know, the plants are they're gonna grow. I could lower these and hopefully they're hidden. And the fish, they did get their color back within 24 hours. They're eating quite well. They got nice fat little bellies on them. They seem happy. So let this tank go for another month or 2, and I'll do an update. You'll probably see it. I'm going to be doing a walkthrough video pretty soon, so you'll probably see this there. You'll be able to see some of the progress that it's made. Thanks for watching.